state a better place for Lagosians, let me just put it that way, because we have a lot of people who are looking forward to coming to Lagos. Others are saying, if I don't get to Lagos, I will never make it. But some of these people do not have, shelter over their heads. They're finding it very difficult. So while we are talking about urbanization, transportation, and some of those things, making Lagos to look like, yes, this is the heaven on earth. What are you doing to houses, for instance, because we have the issue of caretakers who are making it very difficult for people to
So first is, Lagos is not heaven on earth. We can only just continue to. So we cannot just open the doors endlessly. Yes. And if you don't plan, you are planning to fail.
Absolutely.
So we need to be able to, have an idea of what we're planning against, or what we're planning for, right? So I'm not going to be reckless and say that everybody and anybody, no. But we understand we have, a federating system in which there's freedom of movement and opportunity. Our role is for us to be able to ensure that whatever it is that has worked well in Lagos, we're willing to share some of these experiences with other subnationals, so that all of us will have an organic development. It's not about us again. It's about ensuring that environment and development is even. I mean, the president was in Enugu the other day, and I'm sure the governor, is doing a tremendous job. And similarly, other governors right around the nation. There's several of my colleagues, right, that are doing, interesting job, in their own. So part of the things that we need to have is for us to have that conversations, to be able to sell to our people that be patient. If it hasn't gotten to you in your state, be sure that your governor is doing something. But for us in Lagos is to continue to make that opportunity available for anybody that wants to come and do real, genuine business in this space, be able to provide that enabling environment for businesses to thrive, to do well, and to work. You talked about housing. In our own government, for example, we've commissioned and we've handed over about 27 housing estates already, with over some as low as 100 units, some as high as 500 units, but we cannot deliver it all alone. So that's why it has to be us, with private sector working, and be able to develop, a mix of housing for upper middle income, lower middle income, and what we say that the lowest of the. I'm trying not to say that everything is for the masses. That we shouldn't use the word, because housing is a very delicate thing that you cannot provide a substandard cement for anybody. You cannot provide a substandard iron rod for anybody. You cannot provide a substandard, block for anybody. It still has to be the same mix, the same quantity, the same quality, so that you don't have a building collapse on your head. So I don't want us to use and make it look as if there's another one. It has to be, houses that we're building that will meet the shelter needs of everyone. Finishing can be different in terms of what kind of quality of high-end finishing, but the basic requirement must meet in standard at all times. That's what we're about. And we're working with several, private sector organizations able to provide.
Mr. Governor,
yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about the Fourth Mainland Bridge. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? What's going on?
Jide, so there are different ways you can skin a cat. We've looked at the financial sustainability of Lagos.
Yes.
Any development you want to do at that scale, right, and you're a subnational, right, you need to be able to look at your sustainability ratios.
That's right.
Everybody that has raised funding to help us develop that, that's a $2 billion project. They're asking for sovereign guarantee. They're asking for you to get, a commitment from the central government, right? We're not the central government, so we've not been able to push that, because that will mean you need to go to FAIR, you need to go to the National Assembly, you need to ask for this, and so it's a difficult line for us to go through. So what we're doing is we're being very creative. Can we dimension that project in a consumable manner for us? What are the heavy lifting that we need to do? So if you go to around the Abraham Adesoya Junction, which is where it's supposed to be landing, there's a lot of improvements that is happening in that whole place, preparatory to when we eventually do plan for it. There's a lot of junction improvement. There's a lot of opening up that we're doing in that whole space. Part of the things that we're looking at is how far down can we get a sustainable funding model that can still help Lagos be able to plan. you know, with the currency movement, right, our debt profile, we need to be careful. We need to look at it. And we need to be able to, you know, carry on numbers that can keep us sustainable. And in similar ways, we still need to do roads, do schools, do hospitals.
Do rail transport.
But what is the solution that we're doing? Right now, as we speak, we're building a bridge called the Omo Creek Bridge, which will move some movement from the Lekki-Epe Expressway. It will go into an island, which will open up that island. That's one. The second point is we're also building the regional road. The regional road will take you from VGC all the way to Freedom Road. And the third one is a plan we're doing what we call a Lagoon Highway.
Right.
A Lagoon Highway will take all of the traffic from the waterfront, you know, from all the way from the end of VGC, will take you all the way to Ilubri. So all of that model is working, and that's part of plans that we have.
Right.
You know, so we're not folding our hands and not doing anything. You know, so those are some of the things.
The state government is